We have reached our final game of the day, a battle between two of our youngest competitors. Henry looking to go back-to-back as the Eagles Club champion, but standing in this way is hashtag Salty Nation. It's the Eagles Club final presented by Peanut Chews. Henry versus Salty. What a great game we have here. Nick Mazesco alongside the best bud in broadcasting, Tyler Davis. TD, this game, Henry, of course, people have such high expectations for him after his debut year last year. He's looking to make a statement in this game, but Salty is no easy customer to go through.
Yeah, two young stars, both 17 years old. Henry, what can you say about him? He's like the phenom of the Madden community. You know, everyone expects so many big things from him. He's already proved a lot. And then you got Salty, his first MCS major, but he's the true fan favorite. He's got a lot of support. This is going to be the matchup of the day. Let's get into it.
Let's see how these two players got to our Philadelphia Eagles Club Championship game. It was Henry with a 2017 win over Dirty 7 on the PS4 side. On the flip side, Salty 21-14 win. That's how we get here. TD, you heard Mo say he's on upset alert. We haven't had any upsets today. It's gone chalk, but I think the biggest reason is it's no disrespect to how good Henry is. It's to how good Salty has looked, especially here at the beginning of Madden 21.
Yeah, I think Salty has a lot of steam going into this matchup. Like I said, fan favorite. He's looked good in some online tournaments. I think Henry is still the big favorite, but to Mo's point, if anyone's going to pull the upset today, it's going to be Salty.
Well, Henry had quite the debut year in the MCS in Madden 20. A fantastic start coming up in the Madden Classic, a runner-up to our very own Serious Mo, and went on Philadelphia Eagles Club champion, the youngest finalist in MCS history at just 16 years old, made every single one of the Madden majors last year. That's why his expectations, they are so high. As we take a look at our tale of the tape, it is brought to you by Goldenberg's Peanut Chews. They're celebrating their partnership with the Philadelphia Eagles by serving their fans with delicious, chewy, chocolatey, bite-sized pieces loaded with crunchy peanuts. Grab some today at your local retailer. Taking a look at the numbers. How about that record for Henry? 117-8 and did it with the number one defense at the Eagles Club.
Yeah, both guys play a lot of games to get here, a lot of online games, so they have that experience. But talking about Henry, you know, we talk about his offense, how good he is, but honestly, he's just as good on defense as he is on offense, as you can see there with that first in defensive rank.
Let's get this final game of the day rolling. Who will come out on top and rep the Philadelphia Eagles? Will it be Henry or will it be Salty? 818 versus TNC, and it will be Henry starting off with the ball first. He will take it to the 25-yard line. Let's get to know these players a little better. Starting out with Henry. Henry Leverett, 17 years old, Braidwood, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. And how about that number, TD? $52,500 in his first year competing in the MCS.
Yeah, 1 year, $52,000, insane. The fact that he made all four events, it is like almost impossible to do. It's so hard. He did that in his first year, and man, the kid has all the talent in the world.
Henry, of course, going to have a strong team out on the virtual gridiron. His item to watch, man, we've seen getting a lot of play since he came out. Chad Johnson with Slot Apprentice.
Yeah, you're going to see one of the best gun bunches with Henry. He's very creative with his route combos, and he's going to need that Chad Johnson with the Slot Apprentice in the slot of his bunch. He's going to create some different things. He's very high-powered on offense.
On the flip side, Salt Nation, 25K strong, 17 years old from Palmerton, Pennsylvania. This is really his first live event experience, but this is somebody who is, much like we saw with Kerry Q and Fancy, somebody who has really cut his teeth on the circuits playing in a lot of these online tournaments.
Yeah, he's been ready for this moment, man. He's fired up about this game. He told me he's excited. He's got a lot of things in store for Henry that he doesn't think Henry has seen, so he's going to be a little unorthodox. He needs to perform on offense. He's a good defensive player.
Some have said he looks like Squints from The Sandlot. I tend to agree. Looking at his butt item watch. How about Deion Sanders with both one step ahead and acrobat?
Yeah, he's a defensive player, and you want to stop Henry's high-powered bunch, you're going to need that prime-time Deion Sanders one step ahead for some man coverage, as well as acrobat, which we saw earlier today, made some big plays so far.
Let's get this game underway. Salty and Henry battling it out for the right to rep the Philadelphia Eagles. What a day it has been, TD. We've seen big names with big wins. We've seen absolute dominance. We've gotten a little bit of everything. One thing we haven't seen is an upset.
Yeah, we've seen a couple blowouts in these last two, so I'm looking for a better game here. I think we're going to get a better game. So when I talked to Salty, he said he thinks Henry on tape has seen Salty run a lot of coverage, 2-man rushing. So his plan is to really kind of mix in the blitz a lot versus Henry. And Henry here in the Seattle offensive playbook, a little different. It's not the chalk bunch, but he is very effective in the Seattle playbook.
It's Reggie Bush with a run on first down, trying to get a big play going early for Henry, showing off that run stick. How about that way to kick off a game? Down to the 31-yard line.
Big play right there by Henry to start it off. A little read option. He reads the defensive line, hands it off to the back. And if you can get about 60, 70 yards on your first play, that's always a great way to start off.
Reggie Bush. How about Brett Favre at the helm for Henry? Come out in the gun bunch. It's got Johnson, McLaurin, Vernon Davis, DK Metcalf out there, looks like. He's looking for that crosser. It's well covered, so he'll dump it off underneath. Nobody on Sanders trying to make a man miss. Former Detroit Lion, Barry Sanders, picking up 11.
Good defense, but better offense by Henry. You saw Salty, he handled the crossing route himself, but he had that delay route out of the backfield to the running back. Great adjustment by Henry. He's able to convert. You're going to see Henry here in this gun bunch. He's very high-powered. He's going to move that Chad Johnson around. You see him on the outside there. He's got 3 elite receivers.
First down to 10. How about back to the ground game? Reggie Bush
shaking.
losing 2. And by the way, I don't think there's at any point we're going to hear Salty be quiet. I think he's going to talk this entire game.
Yeah, I agree. You see Henry there, audible to the gun bunch, tight end, a little inside zone. I like the mix-up. Salty ready for it, though. You see Salty in that nickel double A-gap, a very popular defense within the TNC crew. I expect him to mix it up. You know, like he said, he wants to bring some heat on Henry, make him uncomfortable.
McLaurin in motion on second down. Favre will drop back to pass, 2-man rush from Salty, looking right side. Oh, how about the acrobatic catch from Dominic Rogers from Marty? What a play from Salty.
I already gave you
What
the
a
heads
click
up.
on by Salty.
Do not throw the football. You're shaking.
And he's telling him, do not throw the football. He's shaking. He's capping right now at young Henry. What a pick. What a click on. You see that acrobat make a play. Look at the replay here. Corner route to the tight end. Clicks on DRC on the 2-yard line. Phenomenal user right there by young Salty.
Well, it started off with a 44-yard run from Reggie Bush. It ends in a turnover. And now for the first time, we get to see young Salty, 17 years old. Salt Nation, I know, is pumped out there to see if Salty can't take an early lead.
Yeah, the fan favorite repping the TNC crew. He's going to be in the Carolina bunch offense. Nick, I feel like I keep calling him Young Henry and Young Salty because they're both so young in this big match. 17 years old. But Salty, we'll see. He's not known as a great offensive player. He's more of a defensive player. He told me in our call, I'm kind of 50-50 on offense. If I can get it going, I'm going to be tough to beat, but sometimes I struggle. So I gotta prepare, and I got to be ready on offense.
Don't forget, Henry was the #1 defensive player in the Eagles club. Cinco almost caught that one. It's almost caught. It was almost picked.
I like it.
By the way, you want to know what the worst part about this is, TD? Their combined age is 4 years older than me. That makes me hurt inside.
Oh, that's nuts. Isn't that crazy? 17 years old, and these guys are playing for $7,500, a chance at $150,000 down the road. Now, if you're Salty here, though, it's scary territory at the 2-yard line. Henry might dial up a turbo rush up the middle.
And Henry will take a timeout. 2 of the youngest in the competition. How about Salty, by the way? I think he cleaned up his room. It looks as good, I think, as it's ever looked.
Yeah, and he wanted to shout out his dad, who always supports him. His dad, Matt, watching at home. All of Salty Nation tuned in to see what he can do.
Pressure brought. It's picked up nicely.
Oh, yeah.
Ocho
That's why you high pass it, buddy.
OMG.
Oh, yeah. Put his nuts on his head.
What a play right there by Salty. And Nick, in the pregame, I pointed out for Henry that Ocho Cinco was his player to watch, but it might be for Salty as well. He goes with a high ball, aggressive catch, one-on-one, and he converts it.
Allen, throw this one away. 1-on-1, 85, making plays. One thing you'll see about Henry, though, TD, he's rarely phased. He has been down before. He knows how to fight through adversity.
Oh, yeah. When you watch Henry play, you would not think he's 17 years old. He is so composed. He doesn't let things rattle him. He knows. Henry is really confident. He knows he's better than pretty much 99% of the Madden community, and that shows.
On.
There's that man again. TD, how good is this Ocho Cinco item that, you're seeing about half the guys using right now?
Yeah, it's really good. Relatively new to Mutt, added a few weeks ago, I believe, and everyone's kind of added to the team here for these club championships. We didn't see it the first few weeks. It was added to the game, and now everyone pretty much has them on their roster.
1st and 10. See if he throws to anybody else, or he just keeps finding 85. Allen outside of the pocket, well covered, looking for the playmaker upfield. He says I don't know what he was looking at. What exactly did he have, TD?
Yeah, I don't think that was a dot. I don't know what he saw, but honestly, he had some things to start the play. He kind of rolled out too soon. If he would have stayed in the pocket, he had a couple dots, rolled out. He might have had some pressure off the left, but I don't know what he was trying to throw at the end there. You just got to throw that thing away.
2nd and 10. Reggie Bush in the backfield. Josh Allen at quarterback. And Bush will fight forward. He'll pick up one. 3rd and 9. Opportunity for Henry to make a big defensive play.
You see that run defense right there by Henry. Salty audible down to a counter play. And like I said earlier, Henry, amazing on offense, known for his offense, but I think he is just as good on the defensive side of the ball.
Third and 9. Motions out to the right. Allen in the pocket. Only a 2-man rush with a spy waiting. Lurking Josh Allen.
We got it.
Over middle of the field. How about that beam from Josh Allen?
The poise.
To Terry McLaurin with another big catch.
This is my first time here, and I'm literally just, oh my God, he's shaking. I appreciate it.
Does Salty have any confidence in himself? I can't figure it out.
Okay, young Salty, let him know. This is my first time here, and I got Henry shaking. Is that what he's saying over here? I love it. Salty fired up. Great pocket presence. He waited in the pocket. It was a freestyle play. Waited. The guy got open man-to-man. He converted for a big dot.
TD, I'm scared what he's going to say if he scores a touchdown. Rolling right. Good defense. Throw this one away.
Yeah, you could tell Salty's juiced up to be in this game. Rightfully so. This is a big-time game, man. This is what's the word I'm looking for? Like, if Salty wins this game, this is a statement game. Like, he makes his name. You know, we've talked about him. He's had some hype around him. But if he can come out with this victory, it would really do a lot for him.
Young Randon Salt. Allen dropping back. In trouble. Throwing a sack. Oh, he's lucky that didn't end up in his defender's hand.
That was a little scary right there. 3 for 8. You see Henry shaking his head on the top right. He knows that he's starting to dial it up. You know, Salty, even though he got that big play, it was kind of a freestyle play, and Henry's fine living like that. If you're Salty, you don't want to live like that. He keeps going to the same combo right here. I do like it, but Henry's been playing some good man defense.
He's in field goal range right now. Can put points on the board. Allen outside of the pocket.
That's
he might throw it. He might have it.
Yeah,
Burn it,
buddy, don't leave it.
3-yard line. How about that? Looked like Henry pulled his user off just a little bit.
Punch it in.
For his first MCS event, I'm super impressed by his poise, his patience. He waited. Henry was on the corner route to start, kind of bit down back on the backside post, and he waited through the corner route to the sidelines for a phenomenal dot.
3 yards out for the first points on the board.
Get in
How
the
about
end zone,
Culpepper
Dante.
running a little power off the sweep motion? Instead, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, a little fake jet, QB power right there out of the gun doubles. I think Henry's ready for that. You know, a lot of these TNC guys like to go to that inside the 5-yard line.
These are where the games are won. We're going to win this damn game. Just got to get in the end zone once.
It's again one of those games, TD. As we're scoreless after one with Salty driving, we can probably just go. I think he's got the analysis down.
You gotta love Salty, man. It's hard not to get excited to see this kid compete. He is a funny guy too, Nick. Talking to him. Oh, Culpepper!
Oh my God, he almost Superman threw in there.
Did he just get back body dropped by his own man? Hello?
We got a little WWE action going on here in the Eagles Club Championship. Big 3rd and goal now for both guys. What does Salty have cooked up? It's a tough spot, but for Henry, you got to hold him to 3.
From the 2-yard line. We give it to Bush. Gonna fight for it. Into the end zone. Touchdown for the 17-year-old Randon Salt.
You didn't look very good at that. And you didn't look very good at that. Come on.
Young Salty with a great drive right there. He was clutch when he needed it on multiple occasions. Henry finally showing some emotion, upset about it, but Reggie Bush falls forward, reaches for it, gets in the end zone. That's a big touchdown for Salty.
We'll see Henry on offense.
Way to get down, buddy.
For the second time. Look at this one more time. Good old-fashioned hard-nosed football.
Get in! Hell yeah! Come on. Now you want to throw.
Henry on offense. 1st and 10.
Oh
Underneath,
my God.
another
He almost
dangerous
threw
throw.
another one. He is shaking. He is shivering.
Great defense by Salty. You see him mix up the coverages here. He had his outside linebacker in a little flat zone. He told me he was going to mix up his coverages versus Henry, trying to make it difficult. Now he brings the heat.
Dump it off to Bush, trying to make somebody miss. What a spin move. There goes Reggie Bush into the open space, down inside the 40 to 36-yard line.
That was a nasty spin move by Henry right there. You don't see the spin move too often here in Madden 21. Henry pulls it out and gets a nice big chunk play. He needed that. Get that momentum back.
Henry looking to answer the touchdown. Threw a pick on his first drive. At the 4-minute mark in the first half. Favre on 1st down. Looks like a one-man rush. They'll finally just take what the defense gives them. That's DK Metcalf with 5 yards underneath. Crazy to think, not only did Henry make all 4 majors last year, that was his first year competing, so he's looking to start out his career 5 for 5 in major qualification.
Just unreal. You know, we've never seen a start to someone's career like that. I mean, maybe Dreeny when he's first got on the scene, but man, it's impressive what this kid is doing.
2nd and 3. Brett Favre looking over the top. He's got a man. It's Metcalf to the house for Henry. Answers the touchdown with a beam of his own.
Tight end.
Young Henry says, Salty, anything you can do, I can do better. Motion over the post, just a laser, a nice little lob over the top, gets into the end zone, and just like that, Henry, I think that was 4 or 5 plays. He goes down the field and he gets right back in it. That's what Henry, the type of stuff he does.
Label it.
And now let's see if Henry can stop this Salty offense. Let's take a look at this one more time, TD. It was just wide open. It looked like that S-post angled to the outside.
Yeah, we've seen it all day. You know, we saw Fancy run it. We saw even Big Show run it. Now Henry whips it out. Man-to-man burns him. And big-time play over the top.
Big-time players make big-time plays.
Oh, no, that run does not work.
Did Salty just run a counter?
Fitz.
Well, his commentary about the play was even better, though.
Fitz. Did you hear that? Thanks a lot, Fitz.
He goes, oh, no, that run does not work. Man, we've seen a lot of, we saw Ghost labbing a little bit earlier with that run. Now we see Salty out here.
Oh, wait.
2nd and 13. I'll throw this one away.
This is my sign. Means something out of nothing.
Well, halfback belly weak.
Interesting. It's kind of like a counter type inside zone run. You don't see it often. 3rd and 13. Looks like Henry bringing heat off the edge in that 1-4-6.
3rd and 13. McLaurin, the slot running that straight quick throw, low ball. Vernon Davis with the catch. 16 and a 1st down.
Great dot right there by Salty. Little low ball to that corner out. We've seen that corner out play out of gun bunch to the tight end. It's been super effective all day long. Guys, keep going to that. That's been Salty's money play. He kind of gets a post on Chad Johnson over there to the solo side. Then he has the little flood concept here to the right side.
Out on 1st and 10. Outside of the pocket. They'll throw this one away. Henry's been able to dial up a little bit of pressure. You look at the numbers. 5 of 12 passing the ball for Salty. He has not been lasering every single play.
I think Henry's okay with the way he's playing defense. He's not giving up anything crazy. Salty did have the tight end corner up again right there. I just don't think he saw him. He was a little late. He did beat him man-to-man, though.
2nd out of 10. Back to the air goes Salty, stepping up, and he'll take off.
No.
He gets absolutely leveled, but his own lineman recovers the fumble.
Oh, man. Young Salty, say a little prayer because you just got very fortunate right there. It looked like he kind of messed up his control right there. He meant to go down, slide, but he takes a huge hit from Henry. And if you're Henry, that hurts because that's the turnover you needed. That was great defense. Henry's honestly playing great defense this drive. Salty getting a little fortunate right there.
2-minute warning. Lucky Randon Sultan. 3rd and 3, taking a shot, double covered, and swatted away. It's going to be 4th down.
Real bad decision right there by Salty. That's something you can't throw. That post was not open. He had a man-to-man, then he had a zone behind it. And then Henry's really getting unfortunate on this drive. I'm not going to lie. Salty getting pretty lucky. Big 4th and 3 now here for both guys. This play could be a big momentum shift in the ball game.
If Henry can get a stop, he'll have great field position. Play clock down under 10. Punt unit does not exist for Salty.
Watch the turbo rush.
Allen. Looking over the middle.
Fucking laser, man.
What
Fucking
a
laser.
dot
Oh,
from
this is literally
Salty.
insane.
I've been impressed, Nick, with Henry's defense, but it seems like time and time again in the clutch moments when he needs it most,
Oh my
Salty
God,
just
he's still
cooks up a
running
laser.
nothing, bro.
It's been multiple times here when he looks like he's
I ain't
dead
working
in the
on you,
water,
but
and he just
I'm
comes
tripping.
out and throws an absolute clutch dot, and he does it again. That is a
Look at him.
backbreaker for Henry.
Clock running off that run play, loose and forward. Just seems like every time you think Henry's going to come up with a big defensive stop, Salty has dialed up an absolute great route combo and even better pass.
Yeah, the kid has been clutch so far in his first event.
Looking over the top, one-on-one. McClure
God,
picked
he
off.
is. I
How
have
about
enough room.
DRC? There's the stop Henry was looking for. And DRC looking to
have
return
enough
this
room.
one to the 24-yard line. No points for Salty.
No points. Great click on. Great user pick right there by Henry. And Henry's got to be saying, hey, it's about time. I deserve that. I got the stop I needed. If you're Salty, you know, he might have thought he had a step on him, but you can't really throw that. It's a tough ball.
And now Henry looking to laser. He's got him open. Vernon Davis to the 46-yard line. All business with a 17-year-old Henry Leverett.
Yeah, Henry expects to win. He expects to be a belt winner by this point. You see, it's all business, like you said, Nick. He's a surgeon out here. I expect him to start cooking a little bit now on offense. As, never mind, Salty dials it up.
30 seconds and counting. Favre. Oh, he might have him?
Might have
Is he
him.
going to take that shot? Does he have him? Does he have him? Yes,
I
he
ain't gonna say
does!
nothing about
Henry
it.
to the
That's
end
just
zone,
hot.
and he
Yeah.
flashes those pearly whites for just a second as he takes the lead before the half.
Bombs away, a little clear route over the top, stock fade route. No one can guard that man. Ocho Cinco, all that speed. Just a phenomenal play by Henry to take control, 14-7.
How is that clear?
You give Henry just a little window, and he's going to break down the whole wall. As we take a look at it one more time, just right up the seam, goes 85.
Yeah, just a stock fade route out of that clear out play, over the top, big play. And you see Henry just gives a little smirk. He knows.
He's no carry. He's not going to smile the whole time.
And that, honestly, Nick, that is really a backbreaker for Salty. To give up a touchdown with under 30 seconds when he wasn't even in field goal range, that could be a play we look back on as a difference maker in this game.
Allen, 1st and 10. And Salty put together a drive, looking over the middle of the
Oh, yes,
field.
sir.
It's
Oh,
picked
my
off.
God,
It's
no.
McCourty.
It was
Oh, Henry
inaccurate.
might get more points.
He threw it
Down to
in.
the 35-yard line. Salty can't believe
this
how
is
this
terrible.
game has shifted.
Yeah, Nick,
Yeah, I
and,
don't
and
think I
honestly,
played the game
both
for you.
guys 17 years old, but I think these last few minutes have shown the experience factor. Henry last year has been there, done that. Salty in his first live event, and just crucial mistakes here within these just last minute or two.
I don't know which side the dog is coming. The dog is
My
really
dog is in
happy.
my room.
Oh, it's Henry's dog. Henry's dog is cheering for him. He's going to dial up those lasers, young fella.
We gotta get a shot. What kind of dog? We gotta get a shot of the puppy back there. I think it's a little guy. Can't really tell, but big defensive stand by Henry, and then he kicks the field goal to go up 10. So just like that, it seemed like Salty had all the momentum, and now it's all Henry.
I gotta get rid of it. Bro, he's done nothing. It's just me being bad. I'm just playing real bad on offense.
Salty
Excuse
with
me?
the honesty. He's breaking down the game like an analyst. He'll get the ball to start the second half. 17 unanswered from the runner-up in last year's Classic. Take a swig of water, you deserve it. 17-7. Henry with the lead, but Salty on the comeback trail, looking to make some noise in the Eagles Club Championship. A reminder, the winner of the Eagles Club Final. They're going to get this custom chain from the Philadelphia Eagles organization. Something that you can wear with casual or formal. Big time trophy from the Eagles. TD, what do you think of the chains? I don't feel like I can rock a chain, but I feel like you seem like a guy that would be able to rock a chain.
That is some nice bling right there. You know, I do like my gold jewelry, so that would be nice to add. So for either of these two guys, that'll be some nice little bling. Show a little swagger, you know. Go out, show that off to your friends, even though it's tough to go out during COVID, but, you know what I'm saying.
Well, eventually when we're allowed to go out. Here's the problem, though.
Yeah.
These are not two of the biggest guys in the community. That chain might make them topple over.
I think that's a very fair point. But so crazy how this game really turned, though, Nick. I mean, wow. You know, it seemed like Salty, as we see this little drag route right there, but it seemed like Henry was a little bit on that upset alert. Salty was looking good, but then, you know, just it was within those 2 minutes that Salty kind of threw that pick, and Henry took advantage. That big play touchdown on that fade really was the difference, too.
2nd and 3. Salty looking to get something going. Well covered once again downfield. Was forced to throw it away. It's amazing at how quickly the game of Madden can turn it, and it all comes down to the turnover battle.
Yeah, and Salty's really struggled on offense. Like we said, he's had those clutch conversions when he needed them, but he's 7 for 18, 2 picks. That's not going to get it done when you're going up against a guy like Henry.
3rd and 3. Allen stepping up. He's got it. That's Terry McLaurin. He's got blockers. There goes Scary Terry. 25-20, 15-10-5. Salty with the answer to kick off the half. It was a 3-yard pass that turned into a touchdown.
That is the big play Salty needed. Just great patience, great pocket. Just throws the flat route, and it was great stick work too, because he waited for the block, and then he goes to the house, and that's the play Salty needed so he can get back on defense, because he has struggled on offense. Huge play right there.
Get him shaking again. Come on.
Salt Nation, stand up for ya, boy. Cuts it back to a 3-point lead, and now Henry with the ball offensively. He's got to be thinking, what is going on in this game?
Yeah, it seems like Henry has completely outplayed him, but Salty just has that fighting spirit. He just comes up clutch when he needs them, and he's staying in this ball game. But honestly, Henry has had a lot of success with his read option. I'd like to see him kind of mix that in a little bit more here, but Henry has looked way better on his last few possessions on offense.
What can Henry dial up here?
Come here.
Great young talents, nowhere to go up the middle. You know, we keep talking about last year, TD. It wasn't just that he made all 4 live finals. It's what he did in each of those tournaments. He was absolutely impressive in every single one.
Yeah, you know, 2nd in the Classic, I believe top 16 or 8 in the clubs, and then I forget what happened in Mud Draft, but yeah, he made great runs in all 4 tournaments, which is just super impressive.
I still remember last year I got the pleasure to call that Philadelphia Eagles Club Championship from Lincoln Financial. It was him. It was Bobby D was out there. Big Gene was out there. I mean, it was such a great crew, and that was really my first time I got to talk to Henry, because the Classic is so crazy, and just a super humble, polite kid, one of the nicest guys. And that's the thing about the Madden community, TD. There just aren't that many guys you go, that guy's not very nice. Everybody super friendly, and it's become so tight-knit over the last couple of years.
Yeah, and that's the thing to me is there's so many different characters, so many personalities. You know, we're trying to build stars out of the players, so I always try to get some personality out of them. They all have different stories, all different backgrounds. That's what's so awesome about the Madden community.
Come here. You might have to make a read. I know you're shaking over there and want to read option as much as possible. But you might have to make one.
Is Henry shaking? He doesn't look shaking to me.
Yeah, I don't think Henry's too shaken over there.
3rd and 4.
But I like the mindset by Salty. You know, believe that in your head. You know what I mean? Have that confidence.
3rd down. Favre stepping up, throw to the flat. That's Barry Sanders to the 38-yard line. It's weird seeing Barry Sanders out there in that Eagles jersey. I keep wanting to call him Miles Sanders.
Yeah, nice little out route right there. You don't see that too often. And Nick, to your point, talking about Philly, you know, Philly to me is like that old school,
Come
as you
here!
see a great
Come here!
blitz right there. But to my point,
Come
Nick,
on.
Philly is like that old school
just hype.
Madden,
That's
you know,
what you
guys
do.
like Big
You
G,
hype.
guys like Dynasty,
You have
40
no
Gs.
clue what you're
So
calling. You just
whoever
hype.
represents Philly as
And I
the Madden
respect it.
Club champion, that's big time right there.
Favre on 2nd and 18.
No.
Late throw,
What
throw
was he
out of
throwing?
stack.
Whatever he was throwing
Balls
was
to
not
nowhere.
good. Not good. I promise you, whatever he was throwing was not good. Not good at all. Not good at all.
It's amazing
Not
how
at
good you
all.
are at reading the field when you're on defense after the play.
Great defense right there by Salty. It was good pocket too by Henry. Kind of a scary last second throw now. A big 3rd and 18. Both guys, especially for Salty, you've got to get off the field.
Favre rolling right. Throwing back across the middle. Madden 20.
Short.
Stand up. The delay fade is still around.
Bro,
Looks like
I
Henry with the
can't
first
post my
down.
user. He
I
just
saw it.
typed
I saw the pearly
and throws
whites. A little
shit.
smirk there from Henry.
Did they give him the first, or is it inches? Because that was a super dot. Let's see if they did give him the first. The delay fade route, something you don't see a lot this year, but he goes through, and he's got him over the top.
Oh, wide
There's
open.
the split
Terry
quick.
McLaurin
What is this dude
to
doing?
the house. And Henry hits him with the, what you doing over there?
What's he doing over there?
Come on, back
Just a
there.
great dot by Henry. Salty brought the heat. He pretty much brought everyone, and that was the most open you will get when it comes to a competitive Madden game. Just a streak. All it was a streak over the top. Salty nowhere near him, and that was a free layup for Henry.
Some bad bitches up and call.
All right, let's look at this one more time. That's called a cover 0, TD. Nobody was covered.
I don't even know what you call that. You see Henry, not
Ecstatic.
much emotion. Yeah,
Thrilled.
not much emotion.
Pumped
I don't,
up.
Nick, I don't know what kind of defense that was. I think that was just kind
I'm
of
so scared
two
to see
guys in a
too.
flat, blitz
This dude
everyone
don't know how
else.
to not get pressure.
That ain't gonna work.
That's not there.
What do you think Salty was singing earlier? You need the Shazam back. What's on that Salty
Probably
playlist?
just one man like this.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah. He says, so he originally had some Taylor Swift.
Uh-huh.
He had some, I think he said Taylor Swift and Bieber, but then he switched it today. He said, TD, it's only 50 Cent and Eminem now, so make sure you mention that. So all Salty has right now on his playlist, 50 Cent, Eminem, trying to get in that motivation he needs to come back. By,
All
down by
right,
10.
bro. He caught my zone drop
T-Swift.
on last time.
T
Let's try it
Swifty and the
again.
Beebs were just a little too hardcore for him. He had to lock in. He sings along too hard once Shake It Off comes on. 3rd and 10. Salty dropping back and in trouble, and he's gonna just get rid of that ball. 8 for 22. Henry's defense. He's the #1 defensive player in the Eagles club, and he's shown why.
Yeah, he's definitely showing why. If you're Salty, 8 for 22. It's just been a poor performance on offense. But he's been clutch in all these situations so far when he needs them the most. He needs it the most right here for his club championship season. Does he have a dot in him?
Dial something up.
No, I
Nope,
had a
ball's
touchdown.
out. Can't
Bro,
advance
oh my
it.
God, I had another
And
touchdown.
how about Henry finally finding some pressure?
touchdown
He'll get
again.
the
I
ball
had a
back on the
touchdown
11-yard line, up by 10.
Goes with that 1-4-6. He brings the heat off both
Ain't
sides,
no way this
dials
can
it
stop
up.
a stretch.
QB fumble, and then he's just going to go a little stretch here to the outside.
What do I know?
Take that quarter, take it out of the third quarter.
Fours up
touchdown.
in the chat. What a game we've had to finish the day off. Henry in control. Salty looking for a stop to stay in this game.
Yeah, it seemed like Salty, started with that momentum, had a lot of juice to start, but Henry's just been dominant here since the second quarter.
Looks like Salty came out the 3-4 bear. Looking to dial up some run stops. Third down at 10. Henry used the entire play clock. 2-man rush from Salty. Looking, from Henry. And that one might be the sealer. Henry with another great read. Doesn't matter how many he dropped into coverage. Henry found the open man. 31-14.
That's just a laser. I mean, he
had
cooked it up.
this.
He
I had
comes
this
out in
game.
3 tight ends. You'd never
this
think he's
game
going
and
to
I
pass the
wanna
ball.
say-
He cooks up the tight end corner out with a streak, and Salty had no zone over there, wide open. Just a phenomenal
Yeah.
dot
Oh,
by
who cares?
Henry.
Take a look at it one more time. Salty dropped everyone into coverage. Just nobody over on the left side. That one too easy.
Yeah, corner out to the tight end. He had the inside guy going deep. He had another curl route, just a flood concept to the strong side, and converts for a big touchdown.
Allen on 1st and 10. A learning experience for Solty. We've said it a couple times today, but a lot of first-time club finalists here in the NFC East.
Yeah, and he'll learn a lot from this, like we heard earlier. All these guys will learn going up against these top elite, top 10, top 15 players. What a change of events too. That just shows you the talent that Henry has.
I'm just getting the worst animations.
It just shows you the talent that Henry has. It was a close game to start, and it seems like Henry's just blown it open here out of nowhere.
31-14. Solty. Looking over the middle.
I hit the wrong
that
button.
one's.
I'm just. Oh my God! I hit the wrong button. I had a touchdown again. I've missed out on 3 TDs.
He only had one bad read and it was picked off.
Yeah, Solty just looks a little frazzled at this point now. He's down 17 here. Hit the wrong button. Henry bringing the heat here. Let's see if Solty can pick it up this time. He hasn't been able to ever since Henry's gone to that 1-4-6.
On left side, 4th and 10. Nice stop there. So I'm getting live information here, TD. I'm being told that Henry's nickname inside the 818 crew is Gary Payton. I thought it was because he kind of looks like Gary Payton. But I'm being told that this is, I believe, direct. I've been told direct from Canes, okay? So don't yell at me, but direct from Canes, he said that Allen gave him that nickname because he thinks Henry's God. Allen hasn't beat Henry in a friendly in over 2 months. Also, he's the glove on defense.
He's got the glove for him. He's got the glove for Henry, and right now he's got the glove for young Salty Gary Payton, a.k.a. Young Henry.
All right, I gotta ask Henry about the glove nickname after. If he talks about this, we'll see what he says about the nickname. 3rd and 10. Nowhere to go for Bush. 4th down and 11. By the way, there's nothing I'm gonna be able to call him from now on. like you can come up with any other nickname you want. It's too late.
Yeah, I like the glove. I like it. And you see Salty, they're going to a run on 3rd down by 17. I think he's a little shook by this 1-4-6 now that Henry's cooking up.
Oh, absolute. The glove on defense once again.
How to block this.
How about the adjustment by Henry in the second half? He was getting no pressure really in the first half, but he's found something that has worked, and as you heard Salty, he's got no answer for it.
Yep, you nailed it. That's why these players are elite. That's why they're at that next level, and that's why Henry is so good. He's able to adjust. Second half, he says, okay, Salty's not look good on offense. I think I can dial up some heat. He's staying in the 3-receiver set. I can go to this 1-4-6, and I can apply that pressure, and that's been the difference in the game. So great adjustment by Henry, and it just shows why he is considered a top 5 player in the game.
Yeah, you know, somebody with 2 belts who's on this broadcast probably pretty happy seeing what Henry has been able to dial up today.
Yeah, without a doubt. Mo knows he played him in that Madden Classic last year. Had a great game, and Mo was probably the first person that saw the talent, the potential that this kid has. And man, he's lived up to the hype. He's still, I think people expect him to win a belt at such a young age, and that's so hard to do. But man, he didn't do it last year, he came close. He's got to be a favorite to do it this year.
It's a dot. I've been laughing my punts.
Over a punt dot. It's in bounds. Caught by punt. All right.
Jesus,
out of bounds the 1. Punt laser.
Honest, Henry's face said it all right there. It said it all right there.
There the pearly whites. There's the smile. The old. How often did you lab punts, TD? Was that something you spent time in the lab doing?
Not one time ever.
Nope.
Not one time ever. But Henry, he's a true professional. You know what I mean? He takes this so serious. That's why he's one of the best.
No, 7 more of those, and we good.
He's fun to watch too. Both these players very fun to watch. These are two guys. Henry certainly has all the acclaim
right
right
now. How do you have
now.
a corner out right there?
Looking like he's going to qualify for his 5 out of 5 MCS events. But both these guys, so young, 17 years old. They've got some bright futures ahead of them.
Without a doubt, man. I mean, we've talked to him a million times, Henry. We already know how good he is. Sky is the limit. But I think for Salty, too, the talent is there. The personality is there, no doubt. Talking to Salty, he is hilarious. It's just got to get the offense a little bit better. It's just tough, man. You're going up your first live event ever, and you're going up against Henry. If you had to list guys that you'd want to go up against in your first ever MCS event, Henry's probably the last person on that list. So it's just a tough matchup for him.
But let's talk about this. NFC East. Evil O, Ghost, Fancy, and Henry. Good luck predicting who's going to come out of this division.
Man, that is insane. And Evil O's probably the underdog in that spot. And he probably would even agree. But then you look at the other three. Who is the favorite in that group? Because I don't think you could make a prediction on who the favorite out of Ghost, Henry, and Fancy is. Those are probably 3 of the top 10 players in the world right now by far.
And the thing that works for Evil O, TD, is he plays such good defense and he shortens the game. It makes him, even if he is the underdog, he's got a chance because it only takes 1 or 2 plays to swing the entire momentum.
Without a doubt. We saw last year, Evil O really, when he played Henry in the Final 32, he had that game completely in control, and he kind of he let it slip out of his hands. So Evil O, without a doubt, can make a run. He can win the tournament. He just has to make those crucial. He can't make those mistakes down the stretch, but he's definitely can stay in any game the way he plays.
3rd and 10 for Salty. Now Salt Nation, probably a little sad right now, but he labs with one of the best crews out there. He's got a lot of talent. Allen will throw this one away. It'll be 4th down. He said before the game, listen, it's going to be all up to if I have an offensive game plan. He did up until Henry started adjusting, and he just didn't have a way to block some of these pressures.
Yeah, definitely. When you talk to Salty, you talk to that TNC crew, they said the one thing about Salty, he's great on defense, but offense, sometimes he's on, sometimes he's not on. He's very 50-50. So once he gets that consistency down on offense, man, he's going to be a player you really got to watch out for.
Nice 4th down pickup, staying alive, fighting till the end, 35 seconds and counting. Allen. Scramble to the 33-yard line.
Just need a second in the game.
And what we are now officially, we've worked halfway through the divisions. 4 more to go. Half the field will be set with
looking forward to that. As we see another pick to end it. But Henry just domination, especially after that first quarter. Henry really settled down. And he's going to take this to the house with prime time and show off while he does it.
A GG's from Henry. It'll be 1 kneel down. Young Salty with a battle, but Henry, too much defense. The dog is pumped. The dog's ready to go. Henry, back-to-back Philadelphia Eagles club champion, 31-14 over Salty. This game, I do feel like, Ty, looking at that score, it's closer than the score indicates.
Yeah, the score does indicate how this game went. Salty started out great, had a lot of juice, but Henry, some adjustments down the stretch, especially in that second half, and he was able to do enough, and he comes out with the victory.
Yeah, and for Salty, what it came down to was just a couple plays. That second half, the adjustment from Henry defensively, bringing some pressure, able to force a couple turnovers. It looked like a completely different game.
Yeah, going to that 1-4-6, bringing heat off both edges. Salty didn't have an answer for it. He got that strip sack. He was able to get a couple sacks. Salty just, like I said, he needs to work on that consistency when it comes to offense, and I think we'll see him back.
How about Henry now? 5 for 5 qualifying for live events in his first year of competing, now into his second year. TD, the question is, where's the ceiling? Is the sky the limit for this kid? I mean, no, he hasn't won a belt yet, but he's got to be a favorite going into the tournament.
Yeah, there's no ceiling for Henry. There's none at all. If he's not top 5, top 3, he's in that conversation. He's definitely one of the favorites to win a belt, and I can't wait. This NFC East, like we said, Nick, is stacked. That's going to be crazy to watch down in January.
All right, well, let's bring in the now two-time, the back-to-back Philadelphia Eagles club champion, Henry. Henry, congratulations, my friend. What a game. First of all, talk about that second half. What defensive adjustments? I mean, it looked like first half, it was a really close game. You opened it up in the second half. And also, I'm told to let you know that your friends in the chat, they're calling you out for being Gary Payton.
Gary Payton. Yeah, but nah, I mean, the first half, I feel like he was bagged for real. I really don't know how he was scoring. I really don't know how he was moving the ball for real, but I don't know. I just started playing double flats, and he didn't really have an answer. How I play defense is I usually adjust wild majority of the time, and I blitz heavy, but, he just wasn't going for that. He played more simple, so I just took a more simple approach as well.
Congrats, Henry. The NFC East is starting to look stacked. You got you, Evil O, Ghost, Fancy. Talk about how you feel about the division, because I know you said in your comments that you thought this division was kind of easy. That's why you picked the Eagles. So talk about going into the finals in January.
Well, those comments were from last year, but last year I thought it was way easier. This year I definitely think it's probably the hardest division. Now that the game has changed, Fancy, he's in trips, that's unstoppable. Evil O, he has the EMB boys, always have something ready, and then Ghost is a check down specialist. He just makes you want to punch someone while you're playing him on offense. So it's definitely a tough division now. I'm not sleeping on anybody.
Well, congratulations. You are the Eagles back-to-back club champion. We have a very special congratulations from the Eagles themselves.
Congrats to today's winner on chewing up the competition in Madden.
We knew that you would make Philly proud.
Looking forward to watching you represent us in January at the Madden Club Championship.
And not only that, you'll be getting this custom Eagles chain sent out to you, something that I'm sure you'll be rocking
there's another
all
one?
around town. And chains for days. Henry, I got to ask. Was the dog just cheering for you? What kind of dog you got up there? The chat is clamoring to know what was going on.
Yeah. So what happened is, with me playing at home now, my family watches below. So when a big play happens, you can hear them yelling, and when they yell, the dog starts screaming. I can bring her on camera if you want. Hey, Alan, come here.
We gotta see the dog. We gotta see the dog. I love any dog that'll cheer with the family. I love that.
By the way, this is the blackest dog in history. This is Isla. Literally the blackest dog I've ever seen. You said what?
Camouflaged at night. He's adorable, cheering for you. I mean, that's just awesome. Henry, congratulations, man. We'll see you in January at the club championships. 5 for 5 to start your career in live finals, and a great win today. What a day here in the NFC East. It was the young phenom, Henry, with a win over Salty, Katie, Mo, and User. They'll have double coverage, powered by Verizon 5G, on the backside of this.
The Madden NFL 21 Philadelphia Eagles Club Championship is presented by Goldenberg's Peanut Chews.
Hi, I'm Chris Rock. Oh, it's not about me. I get it. No. Zoom in on it. The new iPhone 12 Pro with 5G meets Verizon 5G. 5G just got real, man. Pow!
Matt, I think I got my fantasy nights mixed up. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You sure?
Yeah.
Snickers satisfies.